running.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, Mr. President.
And as you know, I do sometimes like to do things slightly differently, so this week with the hat on.
Aha.
Aha. So I'm going to start first of all with news of the European Under-20 Championships, which concluded last Thursday. And things were left a little bit hanging at last President's News because we were waiting for the last day of events. So I can now report that our discus thrower Zara Obama-Quinoa finished fourth in the final. She was just 2 centimetres off a bronze medal, and she was in bronze medal position until the final round, when one of the German girls, who was in 5th place, suddenly decided to throw an enormous PB and take the gold medal, and that pushed Zara down to 4th.
Oh.
Nevertheless, that was a really great performance. And Faith Akimbaliji was reserved for the 4x100 metres. The team got the silver medal there. I'm not sure whether Faith actually then qualifies herself for a medal. It would be nice if she did. Anyway, congratulations to all of our athletes who were selected, and I hope that that's a stepping stone for bigger things in the future for all of our under-20 internationals. Staying with international news, also just concluded recently was the Commonwealth Youth Games in Trinidad and Tobago. We have a new club member, Eliza Nicholson, and she won a bronze medal in the 3,000 metres at the Games. So we hope to see a lot more of Eliza in the years to come. Back home, we had the South of England Under-13, Under-15 and Under-17 Championships at Lee Valley, and a number of our young athletes were in action there. The best performances from the Under-13 girls, Alessia Scala won the high jump with a championship best performance of 1.53 m, and she came 3rd in the long jump as well. Also for the Under-13 girls, Cara Bryan came 2nd in the 800 metres. For the Under-15 girls, Luna Corrie came 4th in the pole vault. She had the same height as the 3rd place girl, but lost out on countback. For the Under-17 women, Indiana Marshall came 2nd in the long jump, Erin Simpson 2nd in the discus, Zara Okorofa was 3rd in the 100 metres, and Talulu Ndikwanu was 3rd in the shot put. Now for the Under-15 boys, Joe Skanes won the 800 metres. He also had a championship best performance. He ran 4 minutes, I think that must be the 1500 metres. I've written 800, but it was 1500 metres. He had a championship best performance of 4 minutes, 3 seconds, 0.62. Charlie Platt came 1st in the pole vault, and George Henderson was 2nd in the hammer. And for the Under-17 men, James Beecroft was 1st in the 100 metres, Ryan Mortada was 1st in the 100 metre hurdles, and Finn Kittredge came 2nd in the pole vault. So congratulations to all our medalists and commiserations to those who just missed out. Then at Dartford on Saturday, we had the Kent Young Athletes League. It was a fairly bright but very breezy day for our young athletes. They finished the season top of Division 1, and they, having won all 4 matches, and they topped the points charts in all the categories, both age groups and sexes. So our winners on the day for the Under-13 girls, Ella Brooker won the 75 metre A string, Zamaya Dixon the 150 metre B string, Kawang Paul won the shot put A string, and the 4x100 metre relay team of Amelia Ramdeen, Zamaya Dixon, Neil Springer and Ellie Brooker won their race. For the Under-15 girls, Sienna Williams won the 100 metres B, Neve Stanley the 800 metres A, Heidi Coulson the 75 metres hurdles B, and Amelia Adisi the shot put A. Then we had 2 successful relay teams in the 4x100, Sienna Williams, Cheyenne and Ketia, Faith Sagoyi and Amelia Adisi, and in the 4x3, Beth Regan, Isabel Ray, Freya Dinwiddie and Sophie Tran. For the boys Under-13, Jack Ruby had another big day. He won the 75 metre hurdles A string, the high jump B string and the shot put A string. Sebastian North won the 75 metre hurdles B and the high jump A. Luca Hunstone won the long jump B, and the 4x100 relay team of Jack Ruby, Daniel Jan Crofer, TJ Owen and Jericho Senior were the successful team. For the Under-15 boys, Theodore Asubo won the 100 metres A string, Tristan Thomas the 200 metres B, Jamie Ellerton the 80 metre hurdles A string, and Alexander Giles won the 80 metre hurdles B and the long jump A. Trejan Checheko Boama won the 2,000 metre walk, and Nicholas Marquez, Jamie Ellerton, Daniel Olatunji and Jason Yamoa won the 4x100 metres relay. So, as ever, it is not only about the individual winners of events, but everyone who turns out for the team, who contributes points, and quite often in events which are not their favourite or their speciality. So many congratulations to all our athletes who took part during the season and secured first place. And my thanks also to all of our team managers for the under-13s and under-15s, Karen Desborough, Rose Bennett, Duncan and Joe Martin, Matt Ellerton, and to everyone else who helped this year. You can now have a rest until the YDL finals on the 2nd of September, when you'll be all be back in action again. Turning then to parkrun, last week we had a bumper turnout of 62 club members running at 31 different parkruns, including at some international events. And we had a first finisher double at Bethlehem Royal Hospital, where Jake Leng was first home for the men and Jenny Butler was the first female finisher. Caris Firth was first female finisher at Orpington. Peter Brooks was first finisher at Bromley. Darren Cornea was first finisher at Footscray Meadows. Blair Wilson was first finisher at the Lees Parkrun at Minster. And then going a bit further north, Jed Starvis was first finisher at Darlington. His brother Arthur was fifth. Graham Luger was first finisher at Durham. And normally, Claire Springett would have got a mention for being furthest afield. She ran Globe Parkrun in Germany. But the furthest heathen from the clubhouse was Steve Evenden at Claremont Waterfront in Florida, USA. I'm sure he didn't go there just for parkrun, but who knows. Now, I know he's in the room tonight, and if Steve can find him on the camera, that would be marvellous. But I think it would be brilliant if we could have a round of applause for John Isaacs, who completed 500 parkruns a couple of weeks ago.
Smile.
Okay, and then to round off some upcoming events, we have our final league match of the season on Saturday with in the Southern Athletics League over at Tooting Bec. We will still welcome one or two people to help with officiating, particularly with field events. On Monday, we have an open meeting here at Norman Park. We shall need officials and volunteers for all kinds of roles on the night. As I keep saying, volunteering is such a great way of supporting the club. You know, it's money in the bank for us these evenings, and the more help we get, the more efficient the night is, and the more people will come back in future and support it. If you can help in any way, contact either myself or Alice Platt on the volunteering side. Then early next month, the YDL finals up in Manchester. On the 2nd and 3rd of September. We need one more field official for Sunday the 3rd of September. Any parents who are going up to watch will be very welcome to join us in officiating. Don't forget, we get points for every official we put out. And last year, the lower age group won their match by 3 points because David Appleton had just got qualified and gave us an extra 4 points. So every point counts in these things. Right. Now, moving slightly away from athletics, also coming up on Sunday, there's a football match over in Australia that you might want to watch. The World Cup final will be shown live here on the big screen at 11 o'clock. The bar will be open, and that will be followed at 1:10 our time with Dina Asher-Smith running in the 100 metres out in Budapest in the World Championships. So we could have a really good day of TV watching and bacon rolls and coffee and whatever else takes your fancy. And then finally, I've just been told that in the club room at the far end of the corridor, photographs from the old clubhouse have been put out on display. Members can go in and have a look at the photographs, have a vote for the ones that they would most like to see on display in the new clubhouse, and then at some point in the fairly near future, management committee will be looking at the votes and making a decision about what actually gets put up on display. So we have to have all that up and in place before the annual dinner, which will be 17th of November. That's it from me. I haven't been told about results from bonus ball from last week.
You haven't?
No.
Right. Right, we've got 2 bonus ball winners here. So first of all, Chris Haynes isn't here, but from the first week of the month, the winner was Steve Hollingdale.
Thank you very much.
Whilst I'm on my feet, Mr. President, may I remind people, we're still doing this sponsor a T-shirt for the young athletes who are going to be both in Manchester for the YDL finals and the European finals, just in Rome. For £10, you can sponsor a T-shirt for one of the athletes. We've got over 180 athletes, so we've got about 20 covered at the moment. So there's still 160 going, but hopefully we'll run out. There's flyers on the table that will tell you how you can pay the money in, or I'm very good at taking £10 notes as well. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Does anybody else have any other news that they'd like to share with the club? Going once? Going twice? No? In which case, good night, everybody.